Hi everybody. There seems to be some confusion about what an autism mum is. So I thought I'd quickly explain what an autism mum is. So I still do in the group, it's not really used much now, a Facebook group. An autism mum is someone who, trigger warning, ableism, abuse, I think. So an autism mum is someone who co-opts their child's identity. Their child is autistic and they use their child's disability as their identity. So autism mum. I'm an autism mum. I speak for my child. My child can't communicate. He may drag me, to the fridge and touch the fridge, and he may, show me things he wants, but that's not communicating. We don't do picture exchange card system, child-led one, not ABA. We don't use an AAC device, to be able to communicate on the screen. We don't do any of that because I am my child's voice. Now, when I was running this group, we allowed neurotypical parents to post, neurotypical without autism, without being autistic. And we stopped a post with a child covered in their own poo, screaming naked in a corner, having a meltdown. They'd smeared from head to toe, butt naked. The parent had videoed this and attempted to post it with, "Look what I put up with." That's an autism mum. An autism mum is someone who will put out a day. She'll say, "Oh, we went here, we went there. Autism didn't ruin our journey today. We kicked autism's ass today." No, you didn't. You went out with your autistic child and you accomplished something while your child was autistic. Didn't overcome anything. They coped and they were accommodated for. Well done. And what else is an autism mum? It's someone who holds their child back. They don't really want them to be independent. They'd rather say, "Well, they need me for everything. And people tell me I'm so special." And I am. I was chosen to be this child's parent. Only special parents get special children. Explain filicide to me then. Filicide is where a parent kills their disabled child. And you know what happens? The media come out and go, "Oh, but that poor parent, they were so desperate. Autism is so awful." Which is why the language about autism is so important. With autism, has autism, suffering with autism, living with autism are all extremely negative, ableist views. Is autistic child, autistic parent. That's the correct way to say it. Now, I know I'm going to get people coming on here saying, my identity isn't autistic, it doesn't define me. Yes, it does, because your whole brain is autistic and every thought, every action, every word is made by your autistic brain. So yes, it does define you. Lastly, what else doesn't it? Oh, here's a good one. An autism mum who is not autistic themselves will tell an autistic person who has commented on their post and said, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't share details of, your child's meltdown, pictures of them crying, maybe you could use these ways to redirect and give them means to cope." They'll say, "You're not autistic enough to be commenting though, are you? Because you're obviously really high functioning because you can comment on the internet. My child will never be able to do that because they're very low functioning," which is bollocks. Because some of the most articulate, imaginative, wonderful writers use AAC devices. So, and are non-speaking. Explain that to me. But yeah, that's what an autism mum is. An autistic mum is a mum that is autistic, has autistic children, and is doing the very best they can. They're not out there going, "Oh, martyr me, please. My child is disabled." Yes, your child is disabled, and you're accommodating them and lifting them up and helping them communicate and advocating with them as much as is possible. So, autism mum, puzzle pieces, tragedy narrative. Autistic mum is usually pretty positive, doesn't expose all of their children's difficulties, doesn't say, "Oh, we went out today and they had a meltdown and this happened and that happened and someone laughed at them and, it was so hard." Okay, maybe it was, but you know what, your child will grow up and they very likely can find, all I've got to do is Google themselves, you know. Be careful what you put out about your children. And if you are going to put anything out, do it with their consent and their understanding. Okay? Autism Mum, Autistic Mum. Autistic Mum here saying bye. Bye.